Hey guys, it's Cam coming to you, one from my car because this is the only quiet place I have to film because I live in a co-living space. Second thing, I'm coming to you with a real video. I haven't done a sit down thing in a while and just talked about how I was feeling, how I was doing. So that's what we're gonna do today. I treated myself to a coffee because about an hour ago I got rejected from a job I felt like I was qualified for. I always try to be the biggest believer that everything happens for a reason, but sometimes it just really hurts when it doesn't work out right. So yeah. Also, it's a plastic cup, I know. Sometimes I get comments that's like, you're using plastic cups, and I'm like, sometimes it's just convenient and I'm sorry, and I try to recycle if I can. I'm in a heated mood. It's funny because I woke up in such a good mood, but I'm like, I shed like a single tear. So I think I explained, I didn't fully explain. I moved to LA on a whim. I did a temporary 3-month housing that I found off of Zillow because I just wanted to try it out. I didn't want to commit to a full lease. I didn't know if I was gonna hate it here. I grew up seeing so many YouTubers move to LA, hate it, feel the toxicity of it, and leave. I was gonna do New York. I really thought about it, but New York just honestly was too far. I want to be a 2-hour plane ride for my family at most. New York is just so expensive. It makes LA look cheap. And I also just like having the freedom of having a car. I love taking the subway, but just getting in the car and being able to like run errands instead of having to hop on the subway everywhere, it just gets complicated. So I did LA. I live with a lot of people. It's kind of funny. It's very temporary. People are in and out quite a bit. I've had a really positive situation with it. All of us girls are in a room and the guys are in another room. We all share a living space. It's great. I have privacy. I have a door on my bed. The living situation has been fine. I'm moving out at the beginning of May. I'm going to go home for a little bit. I'm going on a really exciting trip with my family to celebrate me and my sister's college graduation. So that'll be very fun because I have been the biggest stressor of follow your own path. That's something that is so important to me, and especially after being thrown like the most horrible wrench of all in my life plan, cancer. I still feel the society pressure to follow a certain path, but I always am trying to remind myself, like, just live at your own pace. It's so important because I get wrapped up feeling the pressure to get a job, do all these things, when I'm like, there is literally no point in rushing into a job right out of college. Some people, they want to, and that's their plan, and they get offered amazing things, which is awesome. But for me, clearly something in the universe is telling me not to get a job right now. So the living situation has been great. My plan right now, I move out like early May, and if I can get a job, then I will be moving back in June, maybe to a different area. I want to switch it up. I live out Culver City, Venice area, and it is really great. I live in this cute little neighborhood of just really sweet houses, and the trees are beautiful, and I love it. So living situation is great. Let's get on to the people. Second chapter. So I moved here knowing quite a few people down here, going to a school like UW. A lot of my friends are from California, so they've moved back. It's just a big hub for people to move post-college. So I had some college friends, some mutual friends, some other things. The first like month and a half was literally a dream on top of the world. I met so many people. I was going out a ton, and it was very fun. So many people warned me that LA can be a toxic place for people, and I think I just gave a lot of people the benefit of the doubt. I don't really know how to put this. Let me just say it's just complicated. I do have some really great people that I've been leaning on a ton. It's hard. I don't have family down here besides my mom's cousin's son. So I have like some distant relatives out here. I actually went on a hike with them yesterday. Don't have a lot of family out here, so I'm really leaning on the friends that I have that are present friends showing up for me. That is the biggest thing. After going through what I went through in the last 2 years, I learned the hard way that friendships are not forever. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna link below the Color Daddy episode that's called Where'd All My Friends Go, featuring Mel Robbins. I've literally listened to it twice. Every time I like find something new out of it. It is just the most amazing podcast. Exactly how I'm feeling is what is explained in that podcast. But every time there's a big life change, whether it's graduating high school, graduating college, there is a wave where you're like, who are my people? And that also comes with moving to a new city. And so I've just been trying to figure out who those people are. I'm a big believer of true blue friends, and I'm also just someone that likes to be friends with everyone and I don't like conflict, but sometimes, like, number one, you can't be friends with everyone, and number two, sometimes, and maybe a lot of the time, you're not going to give back what you give. Communication is key, and also, like, cutting out people. It's so hard, but cutting out people that aren't adding to your life in a positive way. I've kind of had to do that over the past 2 years, and it is not easy. It is hard and stressful and makes me feel sick to my stomach, but also I can't just live my life day to day keeping people around that are draining me more than filling me up. I just need to fill my life with positive things. Like, of course there's gonna be hardships. Of course not life is gonna be perfect after beating cancer. Of course I can try my best to surround myself with the positive things, the things that make me happy, the people that fill me up. My biggest advice is just to be present and try to be a good friend, and if there's a problem, talk it through. It is a two-way street. You gotta put in the energy that you get back. Relationships are weird. I'm 23 years old now. It's crazy. I still feel 20 because the last like 2.5 years have been just insanity. Coming from someone who has been through it, you just gotta live life to the fullest, and that includes down to your relationships and your job and everything, which is the third chapter of this video, the job hunt. So a lot of my friends got a job right out of college, which is, I feel like, the norm. Sometimes people travel or do things. A lot of my friends got jobs, and I felt that pressure. And I graduated late. All my friends graduated in June, but I graduated in December. It was nice to go back to school. I could just focus on that, put my energy into school. Now, being in the aftermath, it is tough. I was still dealing with health stuff. As you know, I had a scare, I thought something was up, got an MRI, it was clear. So I decided to move to LA. I wanted to just try it. I had enough money saved up that I could just come here and not work and just focus on YouTube. Been feeling pressured more and more to get a job. I totally understand logistically I need to get a job to make money to live. I also am not just gonna settle. My mom always tells me, you can just get a job at a coffee shop, which is so fine, and I totally know I would love it. I'm looking into pursuing production or working in social media for preferably like a basketball team. I've been applying to literally every NBA team in the country. I will move to any city if I can run their social media, honestly. I'm manifesting the shit out of that. I had a job interview that went well today. I've had a few job interviews, some just completely ghosted. Others I get shut down from, which it never feels good. I know you learn from it, and I know that maybe it wasn't meant to be, but days like today, getting that email just hit heavy. It just hurts, and it feels like, am I worthy even for a job? That was what my single tear was about. I was like, am I ever gonna get a job? And I still don't know the answer to that question. I feel like at one point I need to get an offer. I feel like I just keep sending my application out, and I know it's good. I like feel good about it. Not hearing anything back is just really discouraging, and I'm not just willing to settle either. The job hunt post-college is very, very hard and discouraging. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that right now. What I'd really love to do, that I'm still trying to speak into existence, is I would just love to be my own boss and create my own content and keep making YouTube videos. I wish I could fully lean on that. I honestly can't right now. I'm still gonna try because, you know, I've been doing this thing, I've been on this platform for 6 years. You probably can't see my videos from 6 years ago because I made them private because they are embarrassing. It has always been my dream, and I'm gonna keep pursuing it. Yeah, so if you're watching this far, help a girl out. Make sure you're subscribed, like the video, maybe leave me a fun little comment. Just letting me know that you like these as well, because sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm just talking to my camera and editing them, and I don't know. I do appreciate all the people that watch more than you know. Like, this has always, always, always been a dream of mine, and just still being able to make videos is just like an honor. So enough about jobs. Let's get to the fourth and final chapter, dating. No words. I tried Hinge. No. I'm on Raya. Raya, it's the time you see some cool people, but you don't really talk to them. Just download Bumble. I don't know. Dating is hard. I haven't been in a relationship since college. I haven't been in a relationship for a really, really long time. My good friends that know. Dating is tough. It's putting yourself out there. It makes me anxious and sick to my stomach. Just like the job thing, just like the friend thing, I just have to believe that it all happens for a reason, and the right thing will come around. The right person will come around when it's time. Watching Bridgerton does not help because they're like so in love. It's like sickening. Kate and Anthony, like their love was so deep, and I just like want that. Like, is it too much to ask for like a Bridgerton deep true love? I just want a true love match. All of these things being said, I am still just working to be happy every day and to be grateful to literally still be alive, because There was days where I was like, not doing too hot. Still working on my mental health, still working on my physical health. Some days like I work out and it feels so good, and then other days, I went on a hike yesterday, I literally had to stop because I was dying. It felt like my lungs were working at like 2% capacity. But just remembering that I'm a fucking cancer survivor and I deserve to be happy and to live this life to the fullest, because I just know that there's so much to be grateful for. I hope that you got something out of this video. If anything, I hope that if you're feeling lost in life, you feel like you have a buddy, because I don't even know what's going on right now. I just have to believe that there are good things on the horizon and that everything happens for a fucking reason. Life just isn't easy. I can tell you that times like a million. Thank you for letting me rant on here. This was probably good for my mental health this week. I hope you enjoyed. Please, please, please continue to surround yourself with people that make you feel good and lift you up, because that is truly so important when it comes to relationships. Please take care of yourself, your mental and your physical health. Please don't forget to enjoy the little things and to be grateful to be alive, because that is the #1 thing always. I love you guys so much, and I will see you next time. Bye. Second time she told me not to